Most men think calm means nothing is happening. They think silence means weakness. They think restraint is fear. That mistake costs them respect, and sometimes their future. Because there is a kind of calm that is not empty. It is loaded. It is controlled. And it is dangerous to misunderstand. You've seen it before. A man who doesn't rush to explain himself, who doesn't react when provoked, who doesn't raise his voice when challenged. He watches. He waits. He chooses. Most men don't understand that calm. They assume it means submission until it's too late. Modern life puts men under constant pressure. Messages unanswered. Effort not returned. Work that never seems enough. Respect that feels conditional. You're expected to be open, expressive, available. To explain how you feel. To react quickly. To show something. And when you don't, people get uncomfortable. They push. They test. They want a response. Rejection hits quietly. A relationship ends without closure. A job ignores your effort. A friend drifts away. No fight. No explanation. Inside, something tightens. Your chest feels heavy. Your mind starts running. You replay conversations. You imagine what you should have said. Most men lose control right here. They send the message they shouldn't. They say too much. They explain. They defend. They react, not because they are weak, but because they want relief. They want the pressure to stop. This is the real battle, not with other people, but inside. Emotion demands expression. It wants to move. It wants to be seen. It wants release. Discipline demands control. It says, wait. It says, not now. It says, stay steady. Most men choose expression. It feels honest. It feels real. It feels human. But it's also predictable. And predictable men are easy to manage. When you react, you give away information. Your fears. Your needs. Your weak points. You think you're being open. What you're really doing is handing over leverage. The world is not kind to that. At some point, usually after enough loss, something shifts. Not anger. Not motivation. Clarity. You realize something uncomfortable. No one is coming to regulate your emotions for you. No one is responsible for your inner state. No one owes you understanding. That realization is heavy, but it's also freeing. Because if no one controls your inner world, then no one can take it from you. This is where the mindset changes. Calm is no longer the absence of feeling. It is the containment of it. You still feel disappointment. You still feel anger. You still feel desire. You just don't let it steer. You don't rush to be understood. You don't fight to be validated. You don't explain yourself into weakness. You observe your emotion. You let it pass through without acting on it. That is discipline. This is the dangerous calm. Not loud, not dramatic, not visible. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't threaten. It doesn't need to. It's the calm of a man who knows he can walk away, who doesn't need the last word, who doesn't need approval to stay grounded. When someone disrespects him, he doesn't explode. He notes it, and he adjusts access. When he loses something, he doesn't beg. He absorbs the loss, and he rebuilds quietly. When he's tested, he doesn't react. He lets others reveal themselves. This calm unsettles people because it removes their control. They can't read you. They can't provoke you. They can't pull you into chaos. And that makes them nervous. Here is the moment most men misunderstand. Calm is not passive. It is delayed action. It is choosing the right response instead of the fast one. It is strength held back, not strength absent. Think about it. The man who yells has already lost control. The man who explains too much is already unsure. The man who reacts instantly is already owned by the moment. But the man who stays calm, he still has options. He can speak, or he can stay silent. He can engage, or he can walk away. That freedom is power. At some point, you feel it click. You no longer feel the urge to prove yourself. You no longer rush to correct misunderstandings. You no longer chase closure. Not because you don't care, but because you care about the right things. Your energy becomes selective. Your words become fewer. Your presence becomes heavier. You don't need to dominate the room. You don't need attention. You don't need to win arguments. You carry yourself with restraint, and restraint is visible. People sense it. They don't always know why, but they feel it. This is where respect quietly returns, not demanded, not asked for, earned through consistency. The lesson is simple, but not easy. Strength is not how much you express. It's how much you can hold without breaking. Masculinity is not loud confidence. It's emotional containment. It's responsibility for your inner state. It's the refusal to be ruled by impulse. You don't need to be cold. You don't need to be distant. You just need to be in control of your reactions, of your words, of your direction. Most men will never understand this calm. They'll mistake it for weakness. They'll test it. They'll underestimate it. Let them. Because the man who masters himself does not need to explain his power. He lives it.